That's how I'm feeling. My non-allergic rhinitis is really acting up today, so if I sound super congested, that's why. Not sure why it's acting up so bad, but it is. Anyway, little boy's back in his crate after going potty because I'm gonna go upstairs and make some breakfast, but the other two are right here. But anyway, I was planning on filming today, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I have puppy training with Apollo later, and that just makes filming on Saturdays really difficult. So because next week is Thanksgiving, I think I might just like film on Black Friday, just film then and call it a day, film a few videos so I can edit those slowly throughout the next week and stuff, and just kind of go with that. Plus NaNoWriMo, I'm almost done. I think I'm gonna finish this weekend. The NaNoWriMo website seems to think I will finish tomorrow, so that's great. So I want to also focus on that today and tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm going to Kinsey and Eden's, my nieces, high school, my twin nieces, their high school, because they're doing my favorite Broadway show, Into the Woods. So if you guys have no idea how much I love Into the Woods, I have somewhere the original Broadway cast production of Into the Woods. Bernadette Peters, Chip Zine. Oh my god, such a great cast. And if the baker's wife looks familiar, if you watched Friends, that she played Rachel's boss for a while on Friends. And then I also clearly have, which, mind you, being a big fan of Into the Woods, I didn't hate this rendition of it. I thought it was actually real solid, but the movie version that came out, I actually thought it was really solid. They did make some major changes to the story, but all of them are approved by Stephen Sondheim, so like, I'm fine with it. And the changes were pretty solid. It was a pretty solid movie. I liked it. I don't know why people hate James Corden so much. I actually thought he did really well in Into the Woods, and I know him actually more from when he played a somewhat recurring character for a little while on Doctor Who. So like, I don't understand the hate for James Corden. Like, I actually think he's a pretty decent actor. I mean, not the best singer in the world, I guess, but like, pretty decent actor. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Anyway, but yeah, so I love Into the Woods. I will see any production of it that I can. So even a high school production, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna sit there. Oh my god. My first year at St. Cloud State, that was their fall production. And I did not audition. I was going to, but I did not audition because I realized how much it would interfere with my film stuff. So I am not auditioning, but I did go and see it. And there, oh my god, the fact that they played Jack Huff as, when he goes up, Nova, why are you on the counter? Off. You know better than that, Miss Nova. Anyway, they played Jack off as when he went up to see the Giants, that he was realizing that he was gay, and I loved that rendition. Like, it was so great. But yeah, I loved when my college did it. And I knew everybody that was in the production. By the end of the production, I knew all of them because they also all basically minored in film or were taking film classes. So I knew all of them. But it was so good. Anyway, I love Into the Woods. I will see any production of it that I can, and I'm happy to watch any production of it that I can. So I'm going to go to their high school tomorrow and go watch that. They're going to the matinee at 2 p.m. So I'm going to do that. I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm all caught up with editing except for the vlog I did last weekend and obviously this one. So I'm going to edit these tomorrow, before and after the show. And so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, so I'm going to go make some breakfast. And the cat's probably going to beg me to go upstairs. I shut the door on her because the door was open last night. We're keeping the door open most nights now because there are mice, and so we want her to get them. But I closed the door on her so I could take the puppy out because the puppy can't go upstairs yet. He's not proven himself to be able to go upstairs without causing trouble yet, so he's not allowed. So I had to close the door on her. But I am sure she's gonna fight me to get the door open again. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go make breakfast. So breakfast is had. I had some talks with my mother upstairs, mostly about Christmas stuff and them moving, us moving, me moving upstairs, them moving down here. Not before Christmas. We're not gonna do it before Christmas. But the Christmas talks was mostly just figuring out Christmas presents, plus my brother-in-law and my twin nieces, their birthdays are right around Christmas, so they're all in December. So plus my mom's birthday's in December as well. From November through January has always been really busy in my family because my cousins Adam and Chris were both born in November. My grandpa's birthday was in November. And then my grandma's, then it was Kinsey and Eden, and then it was my grandma, and then it was my brother-in-law, and then it was my mom, and then it was Christmas. All of that in December. Kinsey and Eden through Christmas. And then my cousin Heather, and then my dad's mom, Noreen, her birthday was also in January. So very busy times in my family. But yeah, so we've got Kinsey and Eden's birthday, so that's two people, and then Mark's birthday, and then my mom's birthday, all in December. And then also Christmas. And I'm pretty much done with my Christmas presents this year. I've physically have my sisters, Kinsey and Eden's, and Avi's Christmas presents. And then I have, going to be shipped soon is Mom and Dad's Christmas present. They're getting combined Christmas present this year. And maybe a couple of little things. I haven't decided. And then Mark, my brother-in-law, and my nephew Graham, their presents are in my Amazon cart. And I know I shouldn't be buying things off of Amazon, but you know what, right now, that's the point. Actually, Mom and Dad's is coming from Etsy, from a small business, and I'm very excited about it. That's the direction I'm going to start going from now on, is buying all presents from Etsy, or at least small businesses in general. I'm going to stop buying Christmas presents from Amazon. Just this year, the things that people wanted, and actually Kinsey and Eden's came from Box Lunch, didn't even come from Amazon. Kinsey and Eden's came from Box Lunch. Melissa's came from Amazon just because that was the easiest way to find what she wanted. And then Mark, I just pulled it off of his wish list on Amazon. And then Graham, I was just like, I'm just going to search something. And I found it, immediately found what I wanted to get him. So those are both my Amazon cart. And so next year, hopefully, I'm not going to buy anything from Amazon. Or over the next year with birthdays and stuff, I'm not going to buy anything from Amazon, is the goal. I'm going to try really hard to stop shopping at Amazon, but slowly but surely, I am working on that. I am slowly phasing it out. That's why I get Chewy boxes, which, by the way, is the next thing you're going to see, is me going through all of my damn Chewy boxes, because I got really behind on stuff with Chewy after I started switching Cosmo to new food, and then he got sick and stopped eating for a while and wasn't eating his normal food for a while. I got really far behind. So I've got some bags that I don't feed him anymore because he ended up not liking Candy Day when he came back out of being sick. He never really liked Candy Day, so I always had to mix it with something else to give him to eat it, whether it was cat food, Apollo's food, or canned food, or like topper food. I've had to mix it since he's been sick. So, and it's almost a year now. I mean, we're looking at, it was last April, so more than 6 months ago now. But, because it was right over Nova's birthday that he got sick. So, anyway, so I don't know if I want to. What I might do is hold on to the bags of candy that I have and feed them to Apollo once he reaches the point of eating adult food until I run out of them, and then put him on another food, because I don't want to put, I mean, I like Candy Day, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to put him on pure, because I don't want him on grain-free food. He's not currently on grain-free food. He currently has grain food. But I don't want him to develop a grain intolerance like Cosmo did at some point. I mean, I had Cosmo on grains. It's not like I took him off of grains. It was because he started reacting to grains that I took him off of grains. And I made sure of that. Like, so anybody in the comments being like, oh, he's putting up the grains, probably the poultry. No, because I specifically tested that. I specifically took him off of grains and put him on poultry for that exact reason, and his reactions stopped. And I took him off of poultry and put him back on grains, and his reaction came back. So I don't know what grains he has an issue with. So I'm not going to test that. I just took him completely off of grains, and his stuff stopped. So I know what I'm doing. But the point is, I don't want to Apollo on grain-free food, because I do know that grain-free food isn't that healthy for dogs, isn't great for dogs. I mean, ideally, I would love to put Apollo on grain-free food, but not grain-free food. Like, I would love, if I could afford it, to put him on, like a wild diet. That's what I'd like to put him on. Essentially, like, buy stuff and you cook the food up for him, or you feed him raw, like a raw diet. Like, ideally, if I could afford it, that's what I would do, but I can't afford that. So kibble it is. But I don't want him on grain-free kibble. I want him on regular kibble. Because one, grain-free isn't that great for dogs. More studies that come out all the time about issues that arise when you have grain-free food. But also, grain-free is very expensive, and it's been really a struggle to fit that into my budget with Cosmo. Especially when I left Petco and lost my employee discount. Like, it was one thing when I had an employee discount, because the foods that I would always get in, like Candy Day, for example, the reason I was able to afford Candy Day Pure was because I had a 40% discount on that food when I worked at Petco. I don't think they do have that anymore, because the reason why it was a 40% discount was because Petco had a specific deal with Candy Day, which doesn't exist anymore. And the reason I know it doesn't exist anymore is because now it's being carried other places like PetSmart, where it was like a very specific, we only will sell here at this store. We'll only ever sell at Petco, and give your employees this big discount. So that 40% probably doesn't exist anymore anyway, but that's the only reason I was able to afford Candy Day Pure back in the day. And then Cosmo stopped, and so I found an affordable Candy Day Pure that Cosmo seemed to like, but now he doesn't. And now I have him back on. I have him on, not back on, because this is the first time he's been on it, but I think it's called American Journey. And I like the ingredients of it. And it's a pure lamb, like, because that's the thing, is the other one was a mixture of different meats. And Cosmo, for some reason, is obsessed with lamb. He has been obsessed with lamb since he was a puppy. Like, if you tried to feed him another meat, like, he'll eat another meat. Like, he'll eat, whatever meat you give him in a treat. But if it's his, like, base meal, it has to be lamb. And this one had lamb in it, but it wasn't like a lamb, like just lamb. Like, it was other meats as well. Cosmo is very particular about his meat in his base food. So I think that's why he didn't like it, is because he has other tastes in there. He's just like, I just want lamb. So this American Journey I have is just lamb with obviously other things. But as far as meat is concerned, the meat in it is just lamb. So there's that. So he likes that. He'll sometimes still be like, I don't want kibble though. So I have to still mix it sometimes, but not super often. I mixed it this morning. But yeah, so I don't want Apollo on grain-free food. I want to eventually, once the time comes for Cosmo, which he's 13, like, the average lifespan of a golden retriever is like 12 years. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say it, but like, you know what I'm saying. Once that time comes, I'll start phasing out all the grain-free stuff and start putting grains back in stuff. Like greenies. I pay quite a bit more for grain-free greenies. Treats in general, I pay a little bit more, and there's a lot less treats I can get. I could get bigger quantities of treats with for a lot less money if I could just have grains back. So I don't want that life for Apollo. Apollo will have grains in his diet. And he does have grains in his diet. Like, his food is grain food. All of his treats are grain free because he shares treats with Cosmo. And some of those I'll still keep, like the wilderness biscuits. He loves the wilderness biscuits so much. And Wilderness just is grain-free. Like that's just that entire line is grain-free. I don't love Blue Buffalo, but they really like those biscuits. So both of them just go crazy for those biscuits. So I'll keep those biscuits in his diet because he really likes those. But like, yeah, so he's on grain food. So I have to be really careful. Cosmo can't have it, or at least very much of it. He'll get like bites of it every once in a while, but it doesn't seem to affect him. So I think kind of like with my caffeine intolerance, I think there's like, and even my lactose intolerance to an extent, there's a level that he can have. And once you reach that level, then he starts to react. So he can have bites of it and be fine. And hell, he might be completely over it. Who knows? It's been a long time since I've put him actively on grains. So who knows? Maybe he's over it. But I just don't want to test it, especially with his age. Like, I just don't want to test it at this point. He's done perfectly fine. Like, mind you, I've taken him to his yearly checkups. We've always been monitoring everything with his grain-free diet. Like, I've been very careful. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Right now I have 3 bags of the Canada Pure. You can see here it was lamb, goat, and venison. And Cosmo just didn't like that. So, and I know I've got at least one more box. And then I've got just little tiny things in all these Chewy boxes. So I'm just going to combine them all. In these little ones, there's like 3 upstairs. So these Power Bites, these are what I train Apollo with. And I get 2 different flavors. I get the beef and I get the rabbit. And then, oh my gosh, I do have some of these. Cosmo's glucosamine, that's perfect. Okay, that didn't actually come from Chewy. That's actually from Amazon. I can't find that stuff anywhere else. And then here are Nova's dental treats, which she's been kind of on a kick of not wanting lately. So I have so many. I could probably cancel that out. And then I don't know what the rest of this is. Like Carlos's box is in here. I don't know why. And then these kitchen towels that I bought at a winery that we went to. And then, oh my goodness, I have some greenies. Those will come in handy. I just opened a new box, but I'm glad I've got some of that. But yeah, so this is what I've got right now down here. And then I've got this, which I thought I lost. Well, now I've got 3 bottles of it. So yeah, so, oopsies. So I've got 2 Power Bites right now. Well, I think I've got more than 2, but down here at least I've got 2 Power Bites, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of Nova's dental treats. Speaking of, there's Nova. And then I've got 3 bags of Canada down here. That's just down here. I've got 3 boxes, big boxes upstairs. And I know, ew. I know for a fact that I have one more bag of Canada upstairs. And another thing I have to do today is clean that out completely. That is Nodley's tank that I am slowly cleaning out. Just gotta get out cleaned out completely. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on right now. Is getting those Canada boxes figured out, and then I need to sit down with my Chewy subscriptions and figure out how I need to alter it, if at all, because these Chewy boxes just keep coming, man. But what I want to do back there is set up like a shelving unit where I can just have all of the backlog of all the Chewy stuff that comes. I like having extra stuff. Like, I don't like running out of stuff, especially when it comes to animals. So having a backlog of a bunch of stuff is really great. But that's just it. And I know I've got a couple bags of cat food in those boxes upstairs. I know 1 bag at least of Canada. I think it's just 1 more bag though of Canada. So that's what, 4 months of dog food when Apollo starts eating adult food. And then I'll just switch it out for something else once I get through those bags. So I think that's probably the plan, is just to keep those in reserve for when Apollo starts eating adult food here. Sometime this spring is when I'll switch him out to adult food. Depends on when he kind of stops growing, because he's not going to be a very big golden. He's going to be a pretty small golden. So once he stops growing, then I can start feeding him adult food. And so I'll just feed him the rest of that Canny Day at that point, and then just switch him to whatever food I choose to switch him to once, you know, he's at a place to be switched. I'll probably still stick with Canny Day, but I'll probably do Life Stages or something. I don't know, because I really like Canny Day as a company. I've always really liked Canny Day as a company. They're an ethical company, and I love them to pieces. But when it comes to Cosmos food, it's very specific, so that's why I'm not feeding him that. And then I don't remember why I stopped feeding Nova Canny Day, but I stopped feeding her Canny Day, and she's also on American Journey, I think is what it's called. She's also on that food, which is how I found out that he liked it. Was he got into her food, and he was like munch, 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 like just obsessively munching on her food. So I switched him to it, and he was like, I love this. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyway, I forgot to bring my dishes upstairs. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take a quick shower because Mom and I are gonna go grocery shopping. I did change my shirt to some more pajamas because I wasn't gonna get changed into clothes until I could like take a shower. But because I feel weird about like changing into clothes and then taking them off and then showering and then putting them back on. Anyway, because I washed my hands after going to the bathroom. For some reason, the soap decided to spray directly onto my shirt, so I changed that out. I have to still write today. I have not done that yet. I am almost done with NaNoWriMo though, and I'm very excited. It's only the 20th, and I'm very excited. And also, recently I bought this. Any 90s kids who were raised on Nickelodeon, remember that show? Oh my god, I'm so excited to rewatch it. It's one of the only shows that didn't end up on Paramount Plus, and I was like really devastated. But it's right here, so I'm very excited about it. What's weird, I don't see anything about Nickelodeon on it. I mean, I know it's legitimate because of the packaging, but so it's weird. Nickelodeon must not have produced it. They must have just distributed the show, which would make sense as to why it's not on Paramount Plus if they don't own the rights to it. So I'm gonna take a shower. Take a shower and get dressed. And then Mom and I are gonna go to the grocery stores. I'm going to Cub. She's going to Costco. We're gonna do it together. Oh, and I also have to go pick up more water. Might be able to do that at Cub though. I think they've got those water jugs at Cub. So I might actually, oh dear, I have to find. Oh, here they are. Found them. That was easy. Okay. think they have those jugs at Cub, so I might be able to get those traded out at Cub. Anyway, I have to see that when we go to Cub. Otherwise, I need to go to Home Depot, trade out my waters, and be done. Why did I turn off the light? I'm so weird about that. Where's that one? There we go. Okay. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna take a shower now. Awesome. Waited for an entire year for this moment in my life. If you say that all Reese's taste the same, you're wrong. And if you say that the trees are not the best Reese's, you're also wrong. It's not opinion, it's fact. Yes. My life is complete until I run out of the trees, and then it's incomplete until the eggs come out. There you go. A little bit of hat hair because we went grocery shopping while my hair was still wet. So I just put my winter hat on and just kind of dug my hair under it. So like it is real flat here at the front. But anyway, so I ordered Domino's for lunch because I want Domino's, bitch. So I'm very excited for Domino's because Domino's is delicious and I have my Reese's trees now. I'm so excited. Okay. And then I need to do something about the tank after that. And then I need to take Apollo to his dog training class. And then I have to come home and write. I've not written yet today. So that's upsetting, but I'm almost at a place where I can, so we'll see. But anyway, so that's where I'm at right now, emotionally. What are you doing, Kat? She's obsessed with eating that plant. She hasn't gotten sick off of it, so that's obviously fine, but anyway. Oh God, I'm so tired today. I kind of almost want to call off from doing dog training and just see if we can do it sometime during the week just to get caught up. Because I'm just not feeling it today. But I'm going to go. I don't feel like I have time, but I'm just going to have to like figure it out and go. I'm just really tired. Like I don't feel good. Like not like I'm sick, but like I just don't feel good. You know, like I'm not sick. But like when my non-allergic rhinitis acts up, it just takes a lot out of me. Cause like it feels like I have allergies, but I don't. That's the point of non-allergic rhinitis, is it you have allergies, but you're allergic to literally nothing. So like I have all the symptoms of allergies right now, and it sucks. Just sucks.
Right, Lola was perfectly fine, like even in elevators with other dogs, and as soon as I even just like touched her chest, like I was gonna hold her back, she would just start growling.
It is feeding time, so somebody is a little cranky at the moment because he hasn't gotten his food yet. But it's feeding time. I'm gonna sit down and write for a little bit after I get everybody fed. Calm down. You're getting food next, I promise. And yes, he remains crated, especially while Cosmo's eating, so he doesn't bother Cosmo while Cosmo's eating. So he's cranky. Anyway, so I'm gonna sit down and write. We're drinking some wine, watching a romantic comedy since I'm writing a romance. Figure it worked for me last time, so I'm gonna do it again this time. But I'm gonna get everybody fed, and then, you know, write some until the romantic comedy is over. So here we go. So by romantic comedy, I guess I meant Charlie's Angels. There really wasn't a romantic comedy that like really got me excited. And I saw Charlie's Angels on Netflix and I was like, oh, that sounds much better. Because I was actually thinking I wanted to watch 50 First Dates, which I have the DVD of, but I just didn't want to deal with trying to find my Blu-ray player remote and putting it in. And so I was kind of stuck on this like Drew Barrymore thing. And so I was like, Charlie's Angels works, Drew Barrymore's in that. Anyway, but I did end up writing to 45,997 words. I kind of just want to write, 96, because I have a number at the bottom, which is my daily goal. So 96. So I kind of want to write 4 more words just to get to 46,000 for the day. So I think I might just do that real quick. Write literally 4 more words just to get to 46,000, or just call it a night and just be done. Because I am so tired. It's after 10 o'clock. I'm normally in bed by now. I'm normally asleep by now. And I'm really tired. So, I really think, I don't know, 4 more words. It's not that bad. Like, I'm just going to literally write 4 more words. But I think I'm going to end the vlog right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys all next weekend, which is going to be Thanksgiving. I guess I don't know if I'm going to vlog over Thanksgiving, but we'll see. I need to film. I didn't film at all today, which is fine, but the thing is I'm going to have a 4-day weekend next weekend. So I'm hoping that I can definitely get some filming done next weekend. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm gonna end the vlog right here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Normally I just have you guys look at something for 20 seconds, but instead of that, I think I'll just say, click here to view my last video, click here to view whatever the algorithm thinks is best for you on my channel, click here to subscribe to this channel, here to my main channel, check out both channels, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single one of my videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!